Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of America, the reality show nobody asked for, but we're all stuck watching. I'm your host, and tonight we have a story so absolutely bonkers that I had to check with my therapist during the break just to make sure I wasn't hallucinating. She said, "No, this is real and you owe me for 6 sessions." Fair enough. Now, before we dive into tonight's main course of political chaos, let me just say this. I've seen politicians lie, cry, and try to explain things that even a soap opera writer would find too much. But tonight, we've entered a new dimension, where reality has thrown up its hands and said, "I'm taking the night off. You guys figure this out." Here's what happened.
Their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own. Among the fallen were also teachers, men and women who devoted their lives to helping our children fulfill their dreams. So our hearts are broken today.
Barron Trump, yes, the tall one, the quiet one, the one who looks like he's constantly wondering how he ended up in this family, apparently testified in some sort of proceeding. And the testimony? Oh, it's chef's kiss levels of chaos. We're talking DNA results, leaked documents, and somehow Barack Obama being involved. Because of course he is. Every good conspiracy needs Obama, like a recurring character in a sitcom that never ends. I know what you're thinking. This has to be satire, right? Welcome to 2025, my friend, where the line between satire and reality has been obliterated. But this story isn't just ridiculous. It's ridiculous in such a specific way that you have to admire the craftsmanship.
Real strength is about taking responsibility for your actions and telling the truth even when it's inconvenient. Real strength is about helping people who need it and standing up for those who can't always stand up for themselves.
Someone, somewhere, decided we needed a story about Barron Trump questioning his paternity, DNA evidence being leaked live on TV, and Barack Obama being name-dropped like he's the final boss of American political dysfunction. So buckle up. Tonight we're diving into a journey of testimony, DNA, and the fever dreams of a nation that's decided chaos is the new comfort food. But first, a special note to Pennsylvania. Look around. That weird stain on your carpet, it's at stake. Your carpet stains are metaphorically on the ballot, Pennsylvania, so stay informed. Back to the story. Barron, at 19 and 7 feet tall, he grew like he was watered with Miracle-Gro, allegedly gave testimony that cast doubt on whether Donald Trump is actually his biological father. Yes, you read that right. Now, I want to be clear, this is a family matter, but when you're in the most public family in American politics, the rules change. The Trumps have spent years cultivating the perfect family image, and now, if reports are to be believed, a DNA-shaped crack has appeared in that facade. And then enter Barack Obama. Why is he involved? Well, the theory, and yes, there are theories, is that Obama somehow orchestrated this revelation because apparently being a former president wasn't enough. Now he needs a side hustle as a paternity test conspirator.
We needed a leader with the determination to drive what would become the world's strongest recovery. 15 million jobs, higher wages, lower health care costs. At a time when the other party had turned into a cult of personality, we needed a leader who was steady.
The man just can't stop meddling. The DNA results were allegedly leaked live on air during the testimony. Picture this, a room full of people, and then someone stands up and dramatically reveals, "I have the DNA results right here." This is primetime drama at its best. If that happened, I want to meet whoever planned it, because that is theatrical excellence. Now, do I believe any of this actually happened? Honestly, does it matter? In the current media landscape, the truth is secondary to the narrative. What matters is that people are talking about it. Barron Trump's DNA is trending, and somewhere someone is writing an in-depth think piece on what this says about American masculinity and fatherhood. But here's the kicker. Barron Trump, who has spent his life staying out of the spotlight, allegedly paused during testimony when asked about his father. A pause. This is a guy who's been media trained since he could walk, and when asked about his dad, he paused. A pause is everything. It's a confession without words. It's the kind of moment that makes headlines. So of course the internet went wild.
But think, if things had gone differently, we might not have seen him take on Larry Bird in Horse. He's more than just a logo, more than just an internet meme.
Theories started popping up everywhere. Some thought it was revenge from Melania for something Trump did. Others believed Barron orchestrated the leak himself to escape the family business. Some suggested it was all performance art for a future project. But one theory kept popping up.
Who believe that America is a constant work in progress, who believe that loving this country requires more than singing its praises or avoiding uncomfortable truths. It requires the occasional disruption, the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America.
Barack Obama was somehow involved. The absurdity of it all just kept growing. Then came the beautiful irony. For years, Trump questioned Obama's legitimacy, and now his family's legitimacy is being questioned. And what does Trump do? He denies it, naturally. He claims the DNA test is fake news. Again. But here's the twist. When Trump was asked if he'd taken a DNA test to confirm his relationship with Barron, his answer wasn't a simple yes or no. Instead, it was a rambling mess about how everyone knows Barron is his son because of how tall he is and how great his genes are. Classic Trump. And then there was Barron's Instagram post. The quiet Trump, the one who never engages with the media, posted a simple photo of himself as a baby with a caption. DNA is just chemistry. Family is who shows up. And bam, the internet lost its collective mind. Was it a confirmation? A denial? A philosophical statement? Who knows? But in 9 words, Barron did more to neutralize this scandal than his father ever could. The fallout was glorious in the way only social media chaos can be. Barron Trump DNA trended for 72 hours. Memes flooded the internet. Think pieces multiplied. Celebrities chimed in. The right-wing media defended Trump. The left-wing media had a field day. Every platform became a battlefield of memes, hot takes, and conspiracy theories. And through it all, the question remained, does any of this matter? On one level, no. Who Barron Trump's biological father is doesn't affect your life. But on another level, yes. This story represents a lot about our political discourse. It's about legitimacy, it's about truth, and it's about how easily we get distracted by the absurd. As we continue to grapple with the fallout, one thing's clear. We live in a time where the absurd is no longer just a distraction, it's the main event. The question now is, how long can we keep riding this wave before we lose track of everything else? That's our show for tonight. Stay tuned, stay engaged, and remember, family is who shows up. Good night, everyone. See you next time.